What's up, guys? My name is Gabe, and welcome back to the Trojan Blade. Welcome back to a brand new video. This is a Tuesday, September 16th edition of the Trojan Update. Already 3 games into the season. Before we know it, it's going to be December, and who knows where we're going to be at that point. But super excited to get into this update with you guys today. Of course, if you are enjoying the videos, please do leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And make sure you are checking out the USC Football Podcast I do with Tim Prangley. The link for the YouTube channel and the Spotify page are down below in the description. We are also available anywhere else you get your podcasts. Really appreciate all of you being here. Now let's get into the update. All right, first things first, putting a final bow on the Purdue game. Eric Gentry was named the Bednarik Player of the Week. All Eric Gentry does is produce every single game. His stats on the season are already pretty astounding. On the year, he's got 21 tackles, all of them solo, 3 sacks. Like, he produces every single game, just having an unreal start to the season, picking up where he left off last year. And man, if he can stay healthy, he is without a doubt going to be on the All-American wall come the end of the season and could even be in contention for some major hardware. So shout out to Eric, that award is absolutely deserved. Last night on Trojans Live, Lincoln Riley said he's still not sure if the backwards pass that led to Purdue's first touchdown was actually a backward pass. Connor Morissette says he agrees, and I do as well. The closer you look at it, there's absolutely zero way to tell if it actually is backwards. But when you really slow it down and look at where the feet were and where the ball was and all of that, to me, it looks like it goes a little bit forward. So, of course, yet another example of USC getting royally screwed by the Big Ten officials. Whether it's them completely changing the rules against Minnesota last year, whether it's the entirety of the Michigan game, don't even need to get into it. You guys know exactly what I'm talking about. And now we have this. Every week in this conference, it's something different. I don't know how we're going to get screwed this week against Michigan State, but just know it's going to happen, so be prepared for it. And from CBS, their head coaches of the week, Lincoln Riley was the winner in the Big Ten, and this is absolutely deserved. Talked about it a lot, but I think Lincoln really showcased his growth as a head coach in this game, and just as a play caller as well. Last year in the fourth quarter, what would we have seen? We would have seen shovel passes, screen passes, swing passes, trying to get the playmakers out in space, always trying to get yards, always trying to score. In this fourth quarter, our run-pass splits were 14 runs, 4 passes. That's outstanding. That shows growth. And when you take a look at everything we've seen, Jaden Maiava's improvement, Elijah Page and Tobias Raymond looking like one of the premier left side duos in the entire country, the sack totals, Bishop Fitzgerald's playmaking, all of it, the most impressive and important thing is just that with Lincoln Riley. The way he closed out that game, that means everything for us going forward. If we had that approach last year, how many games do we win? It's just a very, very important thing. And if this is who Lincoln Riley is now and he shows us this consistently, we're going to win a hell of a lot more games than we lose. All right, next up, the AP poll has dropped, and once again, it is a complete and utter joke. I get that the difference in opponent is there. Notre Dame played Texas A&M and Miami. I totally get it. Still, how can you have a team that is winless above a 3-0 USC team? Can anybody explain that? Also, what the hell has Penn State done to be number 2? What has LSU done to be number 3? That Clemson win clearly is not as impressive as anybody thought. You have Miami behind them who deserves to be 2. Oregon has looked incredibly impressive, unfortunately. Florida State, why is Texas ranked 8? There's just so many problems with this dreadful, horrible, pointless AP poll. It's just infuriating, but thank God this is not the poll that actually matters. But it does matter, and that games get hyped based on these rankings. So that's where I have a problem with it. And for the record, I don't have a problem with USC being ranked 25th. Like, put us at 25, put us at 20. I think anywhere in that range is fair based on who we played. But with some of the teams in front of us, that's where I have the problem. If those are the schools you're going to vote in, then we should absolutely be higher. All right, before we hop into the news for the Michigan State game, we did get the announcement that USC at Illinois in 2 weeks is going to be big noon kickoff, 9 a.m. Pacific kick, guys. So USC is going to have to go on the road to a current top 10 team. I'm doing air quotes because you guys can't see my fingers, but a supposed top 10 team on the road. Brett Bielema, physical, very tough opponent, very confident opponent, good quarterback in Luke Altmaier, and our guys have to kick off at 9 in the morning their time. I don't think I need to go into depth into why that's just absolutely messed up, why that makes 0 sense, why Fox and Big Noon have really been killing games for years. That Ohio State-Texas game that kicked at noon, it did not have any juice compared to some of those night games. And look, do I want to see our guys going into Champaign and playing at 8 o'clock Eastern primetime kick? Not really, because that place would be an absolute madhouse. Like, there's pros and cons to both. But you see it in the NFL all the time. When the West Coast teams go out east and they have those 10 a.m. local kicks because you're starting at 1, it's a problem. And it's going to be a problem in this game. We saw it with Oregon against Northwestern. They had the same issue. So when we play that game, we just have to get out of that first half either tied or really, really close, and that'll be a win. Very hard to expect me for our guys to come out guns a-blazing when you're playing a game at 9 a.m. your time. So that made an already very difficult game even more difficult. So we'll have to wait and see on that. But moving forward to the Michigan State game that is taking place this week, Matt Leinart is going to be the tunnel captain. Shout out to Nico for the tweet, by the way. Make sure you're following him over on X. But super cool to have Matty Ice back in the building. Hopefully we don't need any of the late game theatrics that Matt Leinart was known for at USC in this game against Michigan State. Hopefully we can put it away sooner than that, but very excited to have him back. And guys, Michigan State heading into this game is absolutely banged up. Wide receiver Nick Marsh is probably going to be out for this game. He's doubtful as of right now. 6'3", already 3 touchdowns on the year. Their best receiver, very physical, can high point the ball, great contested catch guy. He's a guy Aiden Childs trusts a lot. So if he does not play, that's going to be a massive loss for them. Also, running back Mekhi Frazier is questionable. One of their starting offensive linemen is out for the year. And their starting kick returner is also out for this game as well. I just mentioned his name, but quarterback Aiden Childs is coming back to Southern California. How many times have we heard this story? A kid that grew up loving USC, wanted to go to USC, gonna have a lot of friends and family at the Coliseum, and we already know about Jonathan Smith's connection to the area, so gonna be a homecoming for them of sorts. We're no doubt going to get their best shot in this one. And when you look throughout history, there is one Big Ten team that has consistently had our number, and it's Michigan State. Heading into the Big Ten last year, they were the only team we didn't have a winning record against, or just haven't played. Now, of course, we're 0-1 against Maryland. Can't believe I'm saying that out loud. That's such a horrific loss. But yeah, I don't think this Michigan State game is going to be a walk in the park. We're going to get their best shot. And this is a physical, highly motivated team. Going to have more for you on that in the game preview on Thursday. Also, just another little interesting nugget from Michigan State country on Twitter. Jonathan Smith has yet to beat a ranked team during his time at Michigan State. Will he be able to beat USC on the road for his first ranked win at Michigan State? Hopefully not. But again, guys, that just adds to the overall motivation. Like, they're going to come out swinging in this game. This is already a very gritty program, a very chip on the shoulder program. They're going to come out angry and pissed off, and if we don't match their intensity, we could find ourselves in a tricky situation. So got to come out hot in this one. And I'm sure you've all seen it by now, but Lincoln Riley and Chad Bowden have sent out an email and a post on social media to all the fans and students. You guys can pause it on your screen and read it if you'd like. I'm just going to read this last part. They say, "You make a difference. Our team is strong, and Saturday night presents a tremendous opportunity. It'll be late, it'll be dark, it'll be a battle, but if we work together, it'll be unforgettable. See you Saturday at the Collie." And look, I'm going to come out and say it. I grew up going to USC games. I couldn't even count how many I've been to over the years. Our fans, in terms of intensity, in terms of noise, suck. It's a shitty atmosphere. The DJ does not add to it. The whole thing feels very JV, I'd say. And there's a reason that they're putting out this message. This is going to be a difficult game. It's going to be a hard game. It's going to be at night. With what we've seen on the field this year, our players deserve to have that place rocking. I'm going to be there in a few weeks. I know I'm going to be losing my voice screaming. Doing that instant reaction afterwards is going to be interesting, but yeah, this is a big, big deal. So if you're going to be at the game, first off, if you're selling tickets, make sure you're selling to a USC fan. And secondly, lose your absolute mind when our guys take the field. On defense, of course. There's nothing worse than when the offense takes the field and then you see USC fans going nuts. Never understood that. But yeah, Lincoln Riley, Chad Bowden, letting everyone know what they expect, what they need. And with what they've shown us this year, I would say they earned that and then some. All right, and lastly, to close it out, I just want to play you some audio from Yogi Roth on the Big Ten Network. He's talking about Jaden Maiava, and I think he really did a brilliant job of putting into words just how big of a leap Jaden truly made from last year to this year. So here's the clip. Take a listen.
My point is he's playing with tremendous confidence. If you comped his film from a year ago in the 4 starts he had under Lincoln Riley to the first 3 of this season, he's a different player. And I'm telling you, this is a real outfit right now. SC is legit. And it's not just because they had a 300-plus pound defensive tackle taking it for a pick 6. It's because of these wideouts, man. They are a threat. You look at Makai Lemon, Jacoby Lane, Wayman Jordan at running back. This offensive line is coming together now. And with him as the QB, the confidence he's playing, not just throwing it outside down the field, but as he scrambles, getting the ball out on the perimeter, he's doing things that is just screaming through the screen saying, he's playing with the most confidence he's had in his young career.
Yeah, so I thought he put that very, very well. When I went back and rewatched all the games from last year, and most people who went back and really, really watched him, like there were a lot of people that were just like, oh, he's going to get better because that's what they wanted to happen. But when you watch the film, there was absolutely nothing to suggest that he could make a leap in this kind of area and this size of one. Like, he was completely erratic. He was throwing the ball into coverage a lot. He was dropping the ball when he was out scrambling against Nebraska. Like, some of those interceptions against Texas A&M were horrific. Now, fast forward to this year, and he's managing the game. Like, if you look at dropped interceptions, he should have 4 right now. So obviously that's not great, but you can't count interceptions that didn't happen. Although the process is a little worrying. We'll see how he does when the pressure increases. But he's managing the game. He hasn't turned the ball over yet. He's getting it out quick. He's not bailing from clean pockets as often as he did last year. He's hitting guys in stride. Like, I've been so thoroughly impressed by Jaden Maiava, by his entire process, by his demeanor, by his leadership. You see him on the sideline. He's jumping around, being a goofball. Do you think he would do that last year? No chance. It was a really awkward situation with Miller Moss. And I think that showed in terms of him being a leader and it really becoming his team. There was no doubt from Lincoln Riley this offseason, which if you're going to go with a guy, you go with a guy. And Lincoln did that and then some. Jaden had Lincoln's full confidence backing him this entire offseason, and that seems to have carried onto the field. Now the games are only going to get harder, but regardless, I'm so thrilled and so happy with Jaden's progression. And yeah, I think Yogi did a very good job of speaking on that. But guys, that is going to do it for the Trojan Update today. If you did happen to enjoy it, please do leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Gonna have a viewer comment video out tomorrow, then the Michigan State game preview on Thursday. And if there's enough news, you will get another Trojan Update on Friday. Really appreciate you guys being here. You're all awesome. And as always, take care and fight on.